feel that what's of most valuable to you? Is it the skills that you have already or you're kind of thinking from before Haas, or is it the things that you've learned at Haas? Which is more important and
general
helping you
problems or business problems?
In solving this problem.
In solving this problem. Yeah. Okay. For me, it was my experience at Haas.
Yeah.
Right.
Mine as well. Like, if you would have given me this like a year and a half ago before I came to Haas, like I would have just used my experience from work, like my M&A experience. I would have immediately started thinking about, you know, I would have went right into a transaction. You know, like an M&A transaction. Should we sell or should we buy? And I actually started to do that as like my first choice, but at least I knew like this is only one choice, and there's like more choices out there, and that came from Haas. Whereas if before my MBA at Haas, I probably would have just said there's probably only one choice, and that's either to buy a competitor or sell ourselves to somebody else.
Okay. And in your experience at Haas, you mentioned Rashi's class, the marketing strategy class, and you mentioned the corporate strategy class. Was there anything else or any other classes that you feel particularly addressed this problem, or any experience that you felt particularly useful in looking at problem solving or?
Well,
go ahead.
I think those two classes are probably most relevant in a broad question like this. I think econ can help a little bit in understanding, the
competitive environment and stuff.
Right, like the market environment. And then maybe marketing strategy, what we're doing now, helps a little bit, but I think, yeah, those two classes, the marketing with Rashi and strategy.
So I haven't done really anything consulting. I didn't interview or drop it for anything in consulting. I feel like if you would have given this to probably a consultant, they would have like knocked it out in 5 seconds, because they do all those practice case questions and stuff. And so probably that would be one of the things in the MBA that's really good, is all the case interviews that our classmates do. Since I'm looking for finance jobs, I usually more look towards like reading the Wall Street Journal and Financial Times, and that's how I prepare for my interviews. And then like reading the companies like 10Ks and stuff. So that like interview preparation isn't helpful in something like this, but like the consulting interview preparations, I feel like it's really helpful in something like this. And I also feel like having talked to a lot of the people that are going to consulting, I feel like all the case preparation that they've done over the last year has made them really strategic thinkers. And you can see it too, like some of the classmates that you talk to, like just discussing general like business things, they're always looking at from like 3 or 4 different perspectives, and I think that comes a lot from their case interview prep.
Right.
Which is like, I mean, that's not like a dedicated part of our MBA, it's not what we're paying money for, but informally we're doing a lot of that, as we're preparing for, trying to get to those jobs, those desired jobs in consulting.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sure, thank you.
Thank you very much.
That's fun.